Hi everyone, this is Mary. You're watching another little piece of my art, and I wanted to show the things that I colored in November and December. I tried to make this video last night, and I coughed through the entire thing, so I'm gonna try not to cough, but you know how they just sometimes sneak up on you, and I'm gonna try not to sniffle, so wish me luck. Okay, we're gonna start with a book that I am currently open right over here because I am uh, getting ready to spray this. This is let's move you back a little bit. This is Inspired Coloring Ocean. I colored this one, and wow, that looks really orange in this light, but it is not. It's like a rust color. Let's see. Yeah, it's like a rust color. And I had messed around with this page before and used purple, and the purple came through. So I was just trying to kind of camouflage that. I didn't really feel like doing a bunch of chalk on there. But yeah, so I did that one in marker and pencils. That was fun. I like this picture a lot. I did finish a long-standing, well, I guess I finished it. I finished the picture. I'm really not sure what I want to do on the background. I was thinking about drawing something. So this one was just done in Crayola twistable pencils. You know I love those. And I did get some new ones for Christmas, just like a ad pack, but I'm going to show that probably next week because I want to do a haul video and just show everything. So yeah, there's that. What else? What else? Oh, this is a current whip too. I busted out my fine liner collection because it's like, why do I have this stuff if I'm not going to use it? It just sits there, and I put them in here in this tin. It's a nice tin. So I do have some Crayola fine liners here. Gosh, my daughter bought me these for Christmas like years ago, maybe 2017 or something. So I do have those. I like these. I wish that there was more colors, but I think I've only seen 4 colors. I like Ink Brand's stuff a lot. I buy their stuff whenever I see it, if it's something that I'm looking for anyway. But these little Optimus liners are really small. So I like those. But like I said, I've only seen, I think, orange, red, and I think the other pack had blue and yellow. I don't have it because I've only seen it once or twice since I've been in Florida. And I wasn't, sorry for the sniffle, and I wasn't looking for fine liners. But here's my original fine liner set. I got these Staedtler fine liners when I bought Lost Ocean book by Johanna Basford, because you know how tiny everything is in that book, and quite a few of them were used up just in that book alone. So but these are nice fine liners. I like them. The Tri Plus, they're really fine. So yeah, that's what I'm using on this page with these. You know how it is where everything is like has a double line of where you can color? They have those, and these. I love these. This is the Bic no, this is, oh wait. I like to use the Bic, what is the name of that pen? It's my fine liner of choice, the black pen. It's really super skinny. I think this is like one size up from that. I'm not sure. Let me see. Oh, that's pretty small. It's pretty small too. And just a few pens in there. But this is what I've been using. I do have fine liners, of course, in Sharpie, but I try not to keep those two things mixed together because I don't accidentally pull out a Sharpie one and ruin the pages. So, yeah, I have to finish this one. I might leave the background blank, but the fine liners don't bleed through, so that's a nice surprise because the super tips certainly do. What else? I did that one, I think, during the summer. I did that one a long time ago, and I need to finish the background. I did that one a long time ago. I really like that one. That one's done with Crayola Twistables and chalk in the background. So where are we now? Let's see. Oh, I'm working on this one. I used some metallic, or no, what is this called? Oh, I've been using these metallic washable watercolors by Prang. I busted out the my set of glitter Prang, and apparently it must have got really hot because they literally melted, and now like it's all sticky there, so I need to clean that. I just noticed that. But I had to throw the Prang glitter away, and I like those. I'll show you a swatch. I kept the swatch in my journal. I'm like a magician, just keep pulling more things out of the hat, right? Let's see. Where are they? Swatches. Oops. There's some profanity on a note my daughter wrote, so I'm gonna skip that page. There. So these were the swatches of the metallic. That's these right here. So you can see there definitely a lot of light reflection in those. And then here was the Prang glitter. So I'm gonna have to replace those because these on some paper work really well. So yeah, sorry about that segue into supplies, but so working on that one. So here's the double page spread that I did, and I love the way this turned out. I'm trying to go through and use up a set of 100 gel pens that my brother bought me, and I think he got it at Michael's, and I probably used maybe 40-ish of them. So yeah, I loved busting them out for this page. I did the fish in Polychromos because they happen to be close by. And I really love the way Polychromos pop on a page. I only have the 12 set, and I actually lost one. I lost the white. I have a feeling that I pulled it out to use as a blender, and it just got mixed in with some other things. But I want to buy some Polychromos open stock and start collecting them. What site do you guys recommend if you have one? So for, here and here, we definitely bled through with the gel pens. I think I'm going to paint this black, and I'll still be able to color in the fish. It'll be all right. And then on this one, maybe blues and greens, but it'll have to be something thicker, like acrylic. I can work with the green in there. I can probably camouflage that. We'll see. Let's see, what else? So I had put this background of that metallic Prang paint down, and it looks so pretty. I love the way this looks. The black stuff is my own issue because I was working on this other page and I forgot to put a page in between, so it's ink. I might be able to erase it a little bit and then just add some more paint over the top of it. But I did the background of this one, and it bled through like that. I'm never going to do this page. I hate it, so I'll probably just cover it, or I might just glue these two pages together, you know. But this side, I kind of like this spread here, so I just worked with the colors of the bleed through and just colored it in blues and greens and black. So, you know, nothing to look at really, except for that's just what, you know, I had to do to work with it. So that's that one. That one was done. That one was done. Yeah, everything else you have seen before. I'll show you this because it's currently on my floor and I'm working on it, but again, not done. So this is the Tangle Easy Wildlife Designs book by Ben Kwok. Kwok. I almost got rid of this before because I never did anything with it. So the templates are like this. This is nice paper too. It's really not bad at all. Let me see. You can hear, you know, it's definitely nice paper. And anyway, so I watch a lot of Tangle channels on TikTok, and I just like it. I don't know. I mean, I know it kind of comes and goes, but I thought before I got rid of the book, I would give it a try. So I started working on him. He was just the outline, like kind of like this. Everything you see except for his eye, his chin, and this area, like right here and here and up here where I haven't finished anything yet. So that's how mine came out, and it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this. I've been sick, and this was less stressful. I just used a stencil right here to make his, like where the whiskers would be. In the front. And what's nice about it is, even, you know, like when I was deciding, trying to figure out if I wanted to keep it or not, when I looked in the front, there's a lot of directions here. Okay, so there's a lot of examples from other people's work or whatever, but you can use these to tangle. Like I like to tangle in my journals and stuff like that. So these are valuable sources of information, because even if it's not, like some of these that he has named are not shown here, and you can always just Google the names of that tangle because they're named. So yeah, and then, you know, he's got like patterns that are more simple, and then there's some people's work that's just gorgeous. And then he has a hashtag. It's in here. I forget what it is, but you know, where you can have your work added to the gallery. So yeah, it's gonna be a keeper. I just have to finish that one. Okay, let's see if I've actually finished stuff. Okay, so I have Lovecraft Monsters. I had this out for Halloween, and there was some stuff that wasn't finished. So I did add my pencil work to this one. It's still sort of flat, so I might go in there with some more highlights and a background. I'm not sure. This is kind of a playbook for me. So yeah. I also finished this one. I tried to make my chalk look smoky, but I don't think it worked out. That's okay. But I did add some more depth into his, you know, areas there, and some, you know, glittery stuff. Not too much. He's a filthy monster, I guess. This one looks better for once. This one actually looks better in person than on camera. Maybe it's my lighting. Same here. This one was pretty much done, but I did go in and add layers of pencils on top of my marker work. And his eyes are glitter gel pen there. Wow, I just really did not go in with the backgrounds on some of these. This one, I just had a couple of the dots or the little shapes done. So I went and finished this whole thing, and it was a pain in the butt because as the paint was drying, it seemed like it was like where I thought I was to the edges, but I wasn't. Let's see, this paint, let me see if I have it right here to show you. It's buried, I think. This is the paint from Temu. It's made by DDD Praise, I think. And it's not bad. It just depends on the paper that you're working with. But as far as reflective, it's pretty nice. So, yeah. I don't necessarily count this as a win because I tried to make this look like stained glass and it really didn't turn out that way, but it's all right. And then I did this one. I don't know why I decided to make that like that. What is this? Oh, this is marker, I guess. The what? Yellow. But yeah, I just cut that off there, and I don't know what my thought process was. Like I said, I haven't been feeling well for the longest, and I had antibiotics and took all of them, and it did not work. So I need to go back, I guess. You can't be walking around with kidney infections for months on end. It's not good for you. So this was in my 10 books to finish, and of course I did not finish it. It's one of my favorite books that I own. This is Color by Numbers Masterpieces, and as I have told you many times, I just sometimes do what they say, and other times do what I want, as in Exhibit A. No, you're not gonna chew my glasses. It's not for you. No. So my goal was to, go back and add pencil work to where I thought needed pencil work, borders and things like that. And not really start any new ones, but you know how it is, you get bored. This is a oil pastel border. It really has a cool texture. I ran out of paint pens, so I don't have... Stop. No. So I don't have any more of those to do my borders with. But like this one, I didn't have any pencil for the longest, and I fixed him the best that I could. I mean, it's still Color by Numbers, so you're still going to have those weird lines in the book. I did this one in December. That marker is rough there. So like, yeah, you have to go back through and kind of, or I want to go back through and kind of fix them up a bit. She doesn't really look anything like the picture. This green, I had nothing in the green that they wanted in that picture. Stop. No. Hang on, guys. Okay. So, yeah, finished her pretty much. Don't know when. Yeah. She needs work and a border. I did him in December. I like him. I think I came pretty close to the colors too of him. Let me see. Nope, not really. Oh well. So I got to do the back in black. This one. Love this one. So pretty. I still have to do work on my Mona. This one I did on the laundromat with a set of watercolor pencils, and they were really bad watercolor pencils. In fact, I have one right here, so they're sitting by my paint drawer. I'm sorry, guys. So these are watercolor pencils by Ibu. I'm a sucker for anything in a tin, and these were so cheap. We had this discount store in Ohio named Mark's. It's like a grocery store plus like discounted items from other stores. So I think these were like $1.99 or $2.99. Really, really, really budget. So I had got my daughter's a set as well. But yeah, I'll show you these watercolors pencils. I took to the laundromat with me and looked in this book back in the day, a long time ago. I should probably purge those. I don't know. It might have been me, so I'm gonna see if they work better now that, you know, time has passed. We have a Sharpie Van Gogh. Starry Night. I have this in the diamond painting. My daughter bought me for either my birthday or Christmas because they're very close together. A few years ago, it's huge, and I need to flatten it and start on it because I think it'll look really nice in my living room. Because here we have blues and greens and stuff, you know, because we have more of a ocean theme house. Okay, there's that one. All right, Just Add Color Fairyland. These Just Add Color books have amazing paper. I love this paper. You know, I like this kind of cardstocky. That's why I buy all those 100 images books, because I love the paper. This is similar to that paper. I completed one before. It was the tattoo one. There was a few tattoos left that were, you know, not even worth coloring. So I don't have the book anymore. Like I took out the pictures. But yeah, let's see what I would get more, but I don't like the rest of them. Here we go. So I did that one, and this is patterns, mandalas, optical illusions, and kaleidoscopes. The optical illusions might be a good one. I don't know. Anyway, all that for why. Let's see. Yeah. Sorry, I did not mark them. I just really never know what I'm doing at any time. Okay, so I did this one, and she was done with watercolors and then some pencils over it. I don't know why I didn't do the sky. I can always come back and do the sky. But this paper takes the water media pretty well. I mean, it's a little bit wrinkly, but not too much. I've seen much, much worse in my books before. I think she was already done. She was done in 2020. There is another one in here that I either was a whip and I finished. Because that's my goal again for the new year, is to finish my whips. I guess that was the whip, the one I showed you. But it's very difficult for me because, I don't know, I have a very small, short attention span. Like when I start something, I have all these ideas for it. And then about halfway through, I'm like, okay, I'm bored of this. And then, you know, well, you guys know. Some of you know. Some of you can't do whips. I don't think I did anything in this book. I think I put this book in here to do something. Or maybe it had a whip I wanted to work on or something. But I think it was, I wanted to work on this one and finish those bees up. It's ridiculous. It's just a couple bees. And then put some stickles on the wings there. These two were also done in these watercolor pencils. So, I mean, they're just not very vibrant, and there's a lot of like filler in them. But for backgrounds and things, I guess they're okay. All right, so fractals. Let me back. So this book, the paper's not that great, and so it does buckle a lot. I just want to experiment and try different things because, and this one I did, but like I want to do more stuff to it. And I don't know what it is with me and green Sharpies, but I go through them. I'm always looking for green Sharpies. I got to go to the Dollar Tree tomorrow. And while I'm there, what do I need at the Dollar Tree? Oh, nightlight bulbs. And while I'm there, I'm going to pick up some more green Sharpies. Let's see. Yeah, that's the only one that I'm currently. So I don't know if I'm quite done yet, but probably maybe add some pencil to this pink. But yeah, I just want to experiment with, like some layers. Like this is watercolor under it. And then we went with marker and then watercolor again to make the splatters. And then the metallic. So I'm going to do more stuff like that because that's what makes my heart happy. Not always having to stay in the lines and color something. I don't know if this is in here because I did something or because it's just usually around me. It's my like stress relieving play type book. I think I'm going to end up giving this book to my grandson because this one and the other zombie book from Crayola because he likes to color creepy things. Yeah, I did this one. So, I mean, I like to use ink pens and different things that I normally would not use in my nicer coloring books, just in case it doesn't work out. And I only had a few things with me, so you don't see much, like, depth or whatever, but, yeah. And his skin tone had to be red and yellow. Otherwise, it would have been green, too, and that wouldn't make sense. But I like this book. It's fun. I just know that my grandson will get more use out of it because it is quite a hefty, many pages in there. And I can play in other books, many other books. Okay, Art Therapy, The Enchanted Forest, 100 Designs. So this one, I worked in this one. I did this page. I used some super tips and then cover it with pencils. You know, the regular. But that's what works really well. This is that thick kind of, good paper. But you don't wanna go too far with anything too watery because I think gel pens bled through on another page. I don't know. We'll get there. But yeah, I like the way this turned out. This was in November, so it was still, like fallish going on in my mind. And then I went ahead and did this page. I don't like the mushrooms. So I might go back in there and maybe paint white on the spots or something. I don't know. They just need to do something because this one is just blah. But yeah, I wasn't feeling well. Like I said, I've been having this kidney infection. We thought it was, it still might be more stones. I had an x-ray and I'm like, really? An x-ray? I mean, if you Google it, everybody else gets, a CAT scan to find stones. So sorry, I was wiping my nose. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see, but so yeah, I did her. She appears several times in this book. You can tell there's a whole lot of wax on here. Wow. But I like the way they have like the flowers from here come in here and then they spill over into that page. So you can make it one scene if you want to, but you don't have to. This is just a pretty book. And I did this one. I did Google the snails. Ugh, I hate snails. Sorry. I just can't hardly look at this page. I like the way it came out, though. I love the way the orange and the darker rust color pop against the metallic green of the background and then also the greens of the leaves. The only thing I think I did wrong was not really... I should have followed more the curve of the shells to put the like stripes on them, but that is really hard to do while you're in the moment, like because I don't plan anything out ahead of time or sketch or anything like that. I just look at the picture and then try to do it. So but I have 100 pages. I can mess up every now and then. So far, nothing really impressive, really. I did do this double page spread because it was there. And, yeah, it kind of reminds me of the Frozen stuff. Not that I'm going to see snow, hopefully, ever again, but you never know. But yeah, I just kind of did it like that. To get it over with, it was there, and I wanted to change from the fall colors. She's already been done. I did do one that was a whip. That was the whole reason for taking the book out. And then what did I do? Create more whips. That's what I do. Let's see. Oh, I did that one. So, yeah. Oh, can you see the mushrooms up there? This one was with twistables. So, you know, there's not as much depth. Or I could be using the wrong colors. That could be it. I forget what pencil I did the background. It was like a gray color. It was like a gray. Oh, I think it was from the new twistables. And I'm going to show you those. I think. So this one, I had this one done as a whip for a long time. It's awful because of the Crayola Super Tips are so streaky. So I just kind of tried to distract from that with some pencil, but it's nothing, again, nothing in here so far is really that good. It's just playing around. So this one I'm working on, when I was coloring it, I was like, saw these circles. I thought that would be cool to put pictures. So this is a picture of my son when he was little. You know how you have all those school pictures from your kids that you don't know what to do with because, you know, when you ordered enough for everyone to get a 5x7 or whatever, it gave you like 24 or whatever wallets. So I like to use them because instead of having them sit there. So I do have this as a template for the next ones. Obviously, I didn't think up this idea when I had already started coloring those because, you know, the idea is to get out of having to do all this detail. So that's what that page is going to be like. I like this book. This one I want to work on this year because it is the year of the dragon. So I think that everyone should be coloring dragons. Okay. Oh, all right. So, Star Wars. This one was on my 10 books to finish. I did not finish, and I should probably just wait and do a flip through because I don't even know if I know what I did. What is... Oh, I was like, what did I draw on there? It's from the other side. Yep. I did this one. Right here. In November. Again, nothing to write home about, but I do like doing these. They're just fun. Oh, I did this one. This one was fun for me because I used my pencils that have the multicolor leads, and I just like those. They're just really fun to play with. Do they give stunning results? Not really, no. But it's my book, so do what I want. You're not my mom. Oh, that one was done in August. But isn't that one cute? This one I finished. This one was a whip for Evs. I don't know if I'm going to go in between here or not. Or did I already do that? No. So, you know, this one is... My dog hit my arm. As you can tell, she's very... Ugh. Well, she's only a baby. Only a baby. So I think that's all. This one says 11/23. Yeah, I'm gonna... I'll show you this book when we do the video on how far we got with our 10 books to finish. Hint, not far. Okay. Inspired coloring travel. Did I do anything? don't know why it would be in here if I didn't, unless that's a whip. I need to finish that one. Oh, okay, I did this one. Or I'm in the process of doing this one. And I did this one. I did this one. It doesn't have pencil work, but I don't know if I want any pencil work. I don't know. We'll see. And I'm working on this one. Oh, that's right. Okay, so I'm working on this one. This was, just like it is. I don't know where it is. You might say it's San Francisco because you have the car. You kind of looks like you're going down a hill, but I'm making this the Oregon District in Dayton, where I come from. It's downtown. It's like where all the cultural things happen. So I'm gonna make this sign right here. It's gonna be the restaurant that I went to, like, as a teenager, where you go after your proms and things. And then I'm gonna make the bus route here, and we do still have the buses on the wires. So, yeah. Now that I'm looking at it, is this a bus on a wire? Because that's what I assume that's what those lines were, but I don't know. A lot of mess here. And then our downtown is cobblestone streets. Here they have the cobblestones on the sidewalk. It was already like started, I believe. Yeah, it was already started. So I'm just going to continue making the cobblestones. And so now this is a whip. You see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? Oh, this is going to be hard for me to make that smooth unless I was shooting for something textury. I don't know. But yeah, like I told you, I want the pages to be like places that I have been to. So sometimes I go through and something triggers something and I'll write it. Yeah, see right up here I wrote St. Augustine. This does look like St. Augustine. If you've been there, you'll get my meaning on that one. So then I can think about a time when I was there, or I can go back through my photos and try to recreate something. So yeah, a lot of fun. Okay, I thought I finally better do something in this book or else get rid of it. This is Sea Life, Color by Number, Creative Haven. George Tufexis. Sorry. Yeah, so I do not like my page because, once again, it reminded me why I don't like to do color by numbers, because I don't have markers in all these colors. So then it becomes like a mixed media thing, and sometimes that looks good and sometimes it doesn't, depending on the picture. So here's the one that I did. So you see how because I didn't have that color of a marker, I had to go in with a gel pen. That was just kind of weird. But yeah, I just don't know. Maybe I will try another one. Oh, it's like I started one. Sorry. Maybe I will try another one where I just color it however I want. That might make me like it. I might do that. Yeah, why not, right? These pages are perforated, so if it comes out that bad, I can just get rid of it. There's quite a few in here. Yeah, I might do that. I think I will, instead of being miserable because I don't have the right colors. That's quite a few colors, 24 colors. Or going with pencils, it's just going to be not be as, vibrant. We'll see. I'll let you know. Oh. Okay, we have Dr. Seuss. I'm going to have to cough. Hold on. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Okay, Dr. Seuss. Love this book, hate the paper. It's so thick, you're like, wow, this is going to be great. But for some reason, things bleed right through. So it's very frustrating. Very frustrating with this paper. But that's okay. I think I'm going to just do whatever in here. Like, if it comes down to having to use crayons, I'll use crayons, because it's just, for my amusement, really. So here's the one I did. Um, I know this is a Dr. Seuss story, but I got into a whole thing in my head. Like, this is like, it's become a feminist statement here. Because the ring, I made this circle kind of gold, and then how it's like warped. It made me think of long-term marriage, how much crap you have to go through. And, but you just keep going on and on and on. So I made everybody here have pink-ish clothes. Very simple. And as long as I can keep things simple like that, I can finish the book for sure. But, it did bleed through. So this paper is just really funky. Really funky. But the book is so cute. Oh my gosh. I used to live for Dr. Seuss when I was a kid. Love, love, love him. So, yeah, there's that. Ugh. Okay, I was looking on my shelf and I was like, why haven't I done any dot to dots? Well, because I had moved the dot to dots to another shelf to be together, and that shelf isn't in my like eye view, so out of sight, out of mind, I guess. I don't know that I finished it, but I know that I started it. Okay, so I did her, I finished the lines. Went in with some base color for her face, and now I just have to color her in. So that's the fun part. Okay, and I did start working on Freddy because this one was done. So I did go in with coloring in his hair, and I wanted to like make it funky and cool. So I'm gonna, when I get done with the base colors, I'm gonna go in with either some Neo color or some oil pastels to do more stuff, because I like the way this is starting out to be. And we'll see how it comes out. But yeah, these are fun. I guess I started on Charlie Chaplin. I did, and that was when my dog, I forget what she did this time, licked it, and I don't know. I do not know. But yeah, so that's that one. Now we're getting, I think maybe I already showed this one. Yeah, we must be back to the beginning, because unless I did another one. Wait. Yeah. I did do another one? Yeah, okay. So this was the one I started with, and that was in November. And then I did the giveaway of one of these books. Okay, and then I went back to this one here, or to the back, and did this one in some greens. I think that's all. Yep. So I want to do this one. So yeah, this ended up, I like this more than I thought, and I found that I do have the animals one and the astrology one. I think I still have it. I know I did have it, and I thought I ran across it, but I don't know. I don't see it on the shelf right now. But we'll see all of these again when I do my destashing. And then let's see, Nellie Murata's Book of Prints. Oh, I guess I didn't finish it. No, it was there to be finished. That's just done with some markers. So we'll see what I can do with that. This book is really big, too big to fit in frame. So that's it in there. I don't really know why that's there, because I thought I colored these before and never finished them. And then this one might be in here just for me to do, and not that I already did it. This is the Calm coloring book. Oh, Misty is doing something to do with hearts, a tag, so I can save that picture and color it for her tag. I don't see my flags. I'll just have to use a bookmark. That's what it was. This book popped into my life out of nowhere. I have no idea literally where I got this book from. And it has no pages done in it. Look at that one. Isn't that pretty? So I think I had it in here to test out this paper. This is not very thick, but it's one-sided, and it just might be, you never know, and it might be that magical paper that you end up loving. So I will keep this in this basket to know to do the heart one coming up. And then I have to finish the tangle, and yeah. So that's my finished pages for the last 2 months. Thanks for putting up with me and my sniffles, my coughing, and my crazy dog. And I will be back again soon for the next video. So take it easy, everyone, and I will talk to you later. Bye.